I don't know why you're changing my clothes.
Okay, so your bell work is to read these notes over here about the research project, and write down the,
It's due. That's like in 2 days.
yeah, it's due Friday.
Yeah, I should probably extend it 3 days. We'll see. I don't know how I make this together. 100 points.
So excited for you.
This is great.
Yeah, so this is a lot of points. I just marked you absent, Jake. About working with your group and partners, you may like do it at the same time together, but everybody needs to turn in their own paper. Okay. All right, you guys take your headphones out, your earbuds out, put your headphones completely off your head. Completely off your head. Completely off your head. Okay, I just want to make sure you really hear this because it is worth 100 points. So the test you took in Schoology is 100 points. That's going in. I'll be working on that right now. And this is worth 100 points. So this is like an alternative assessment grade. It's something that you can really get full credit for. So I want to make sure you really hear that. Okay. So it'll be due Friday. It's 100 points. It is finance research. So it's just some time in class for you to ask questions and Google and look up different information about how credit cards work and how student loans work. So your two options are credit cards or student loans. Some Algebra 1 classes already have done credit card research. Some of your, if you've ever been in a class like Avid or Research, some of you have already looked up information about student loans. So maybe you wanted a credit card. So that's why you have two options here, credit cards or student loans. You can pick either or. If you know you want to like kind of work with the people in your group or whatever, you guys can work on the same one. That's fine. Or work on different ones. It does not matter. There is a rubric and directions that you have to follow to make sure you get full 100 points. I'll be going over that in a moment. I am giving you class time to do this. So if your phone is out, you'll drop you'll drop quite a bit. So like maybe the first time you drop 5, so the highest you can get to 95, and then you put it away, and 10 minutes later you're back out. You're down to a 90. Okay, the next day you do it again, you're down to an 85, and then you're off task talking as well. You're down to an 80. Okay, so I'm gonna drop your points pretty quick for being on your phone or just not even doing it. You know, if you're sitting here and planning on copying it Thursday night, I'm gonna hopefully notice and start taking points off in class. Okay. Okay. Before I get into more details, I want to check last night's assignment, and then I'll talk to you in more detail about this project.
Just kidding. Hey. Don't take your phone out at all. Take your phone. Yes. Along with put it away. You don't need to see it. Okay, listen. I think we might need to go actually on Thursday. We need to hang out on Thursday so that if he's here. You can make plans with Garrett instead. Actually, yeah, I do have tutoring that day as well. I actually do have tutoring at, check my calendar. I'm shooting at 6 o'clock. Food or is it bracelet? It's a bracelet. Are you going to seriously Wait, I was gonna say something. I'm sorry, I didn't. Don't even worry tonight. Take it back. Dang, he's an L. You got her nothing? You got her nothing? So, not Pandora. He said not Pandora. So what? I can't relate. Hey. Actually, I have a game today. Yeah? Is that your Valentine? I would see God done. Doing shoulder presses. He's behind me. He goes, what are you doing? Well, you see, I did fancy Garrett at first, but I did fancy Garrett at first, but now I'm not really well. It's because you always do this. You always do this. And that was him every day. I have less than every day. Every single day. Come on, let's do better. There's something called a lunch. Every day. Yeah. I'm sorry. My availability. Thursday. We're hanging out Thursday. So how do you let me tell you. Let me check my calendar for this. I'm serious. For the one time. Okay. I have to do it at my house. Yeah, I just did it actually, okay, so listen, you can do it, and if you do my tutoring, it's from 6 to 7. It's from 6 to 7. Yeah. Yeah, do the work there, and my tutoring is 6 to 7.
I'm ready to intro them right there.
Yeah, I'm going to do well, we can go hang out after school. And then like hang out. So we hang out after school, maybe around 5 or 6. Oh, it's where it goes. So much work. Maybe I go to Five Below
Alright guys, everybody go to number 36. This is an important equation for your project.
No, we can talk about it.
Alright, let's look at 36. Alright, so yeah, go to number 36 on page I don't know. Really don't know.
I have no idea.
549. Alright, this talks about in finance how things are compounded. And it's important because the student loans are compounded daily. And the credit card project is doing compounded monthly. So everybody needs to write down all three of these so you can use them on your project. So this is starting with $2,200, earning 3% interest. And it's a hypothetical comparison to three different accounts. Account one says you earn, actually, the bank is charging you interest quarterly, 4 times a year. So, what are you doing, Avery and Kirsten? What are you doing on that Chromebook right now? Okay, make sure you write this down. So quarterly means this interest rate is divided into 4 parts. So you get a little bit in the first quarter, a little bit in the second quarter, third quarter, and the fourth quarter. Now, because it's divided into 4 parts, that means it happens 4 times a year. So my exponent for 6 years isn't just 6, it's 4 times 6. The exponent becomes 24. So you guys need to try putting this in a calculator and seeing if you can get the right number. That's kind of complicated. That's difficult. So this is the number you would get. And if you don't have a good calculator for the project, you can do the Desmos scientific calculator. Does it really nice, and so does the Google scientific calculator, but no phone calculator.
When the
So you're gonna write this down. This is for the project. Okay. These are important.
when did the 4.6 come home again?
This is actually 4 times 6. Let me write that out.
4 times 6.
Yeah.
So why not just put? You know what? You're right.
Well, this is the answer.
My bad.
You're supposed to hear this to understand it, not just copy it. So, its initial amount. There's always a 1 in there. There's always a plus sign. Your rate as a decimal over the number of times it's compounded. And your exponent is the number of times it's compounded times the number of years. So for quarterly, it says this is going on for 6 years. That's 4 times 6, and this is the number. For monthly, it's the exact same thing, but I put a 12 here because you get it 12 times a year, and then 12 times 6 means that's happening 72 times. It gives me this bit. And if it's every day, like student loans are getting charged right now, you divide it by 365, and that would be 365 times 6. Now, for us, it does not matter that the bank does this, to be honest with you. Well, I shouldn't say that. It depends how large your loan is. If you're in real estate and you're doing well and you're buying one of these houses that are, $500,000, $600,000, $700,000, then it's going to appear much more than this, right? So it depends on the size of the loan. But generally, when it comes to credit card debt and things, we don't know the difference between 32, 33 and 30 cents or 33 and 80 cents. It doesn't really impact us that much, but in a macro scale for the banks, it's a big deal. If they get everybody paying interest daily, and it's like 10,000 customers, that money adds up. So this was a sneaky little way for them to get a little bit more money without really affecting us that much. So, any questions on these calculations? The formulas, plugging in, all that.
I have a question. What is it about this? Which project would you say is easier, the credit card or the student loan?
Let me pull up the handout, and we can talk about that.
Honey, you're my mother. Real. I have a flip test to study for as well. It's Profe Spanish test.
I'm sure I have something I can do.
I always have a Spanish test. I'm pretty much right.
Okay, for the and I'm gonna give you a handout that you can write on. So you're gonna be given this handout to write on. For credit cards, you're gonna start with some general questions about how credit cards work. What is an APR? What is a credit score? Pros and cons. Like I said before, it's really important you cite your sources. It's like an immediate, like 10 points off if you don't cite anything. Now, you might know from your own knowledge how credit cards work and APR is, that's fine. But if I can tell by your wording and things like that, if you've used information from the internet, just write the website down. You then are going to You're gonna say you get a credit card. This is interesting. 2 years ago when I did this project, the interest rate for student credit cards was 13%. And I just was looking it up. It's up to 19%. So it's up 7% right now. So that's what's good about kind of getting in and doing this research every now and then. It's always changing. Anyway, you're going to calculate the debt that you would have with that interest rate from just $1,000 over time. So you do all these 8 calculations. Then you're going to find some banks that offer higher or lower interest rates, and you're going to do it again. Then you're going to graph your tables. What's important is that you have a title. You label the X and Y axis, that you have a key, and that it's accurate. And then you're going to write a summary about credit cards. Okay? For student loans, you're going to research, this is your other option. You're going to research basic facts about how much it costs to get a bachelor's degree in Florida. You're going to look up 3 schools. You're going to look at the tuition, the cost to live on campus, the cost to eat, books, tech. You're going to total that up for 3 schools. You're going to research what type of federal student loans there are. The national federal government offers 4 types of student loans for people, and you're going to look up all 4 of those. The primary focus is going to be on what's called an unsubsidized loan. You're going to assume that $22,000 is borrowed, and then you're going to look at how much that can grow over 10 years at the interest rate for the current unsubsidized loan. Then you're going to do it again for a master's degree. You're going to graph those, include the title, label, and axes, and you're going to need a summary for that as well. So it's very similar. Okay? Now, as far as the handouts go, okay, as far as the handouts go, they look pretty much identical. So I did this little S here. The little S is the student loan option. The one without anything is the credit card option. I'm gonna pass both back to your groups. Pick one. I'll collect the extra, and then take a few minutes if you want to change your mind. That's fine. I'll have the other one here. So you guys have a few minutes to decide if you're gonna do credit cards or student loans.